It's not very common nowadays that a gaming product receives nearly universal praise from a community. I can definitely see why the media and gamers all around the world have raved over the CRKD Nitro Deck when it first came out. I was a little late to the party, but after beating a few games by using this handheld deck controller with my Nintendo Switch, I too am now a fan of this product. I'm Alex from the Subnautics. We're going to talk about the Nitro Deck right now. So what makes the Nitro Deck stand out from a sea of other Switch accessories that can do basically about the same things? Well, first off, CRKD made the Nitro Deck feel like a premium product for the Switch. The Switch may have a lot of accessory makers capitalizing on its popularity, but not every product has a certain level of quality behind it. The Nitro Deck feels like it's worth every penny I paid for it whenever I hold it in my hands. The entire thing is still made out of plastic, but it's the finer details that add to the overall positive experience when using it. Take the textured grip area where your fingers rest on the unit behind it. One of the biggest complaining points about the Nintendo Switch's Joy-Cons over the years have been that they're just way too flat to hold on. Now, with the Nitro Deck, there's plenty of real estate for not only the fingers to wrap around, but also the palms to kind of push firmly into. The shape of the grips are more akin to what a traditional Xbox controller would be than a Joy-Con. This absolutely makes it a lot more comfortable to prop up with my hands. It feels more natural to hold than the Switch does. While I wasn't as down on the Joy-Con designs as some other people are, I 100% would agree that I would rather play with the Nitro Deck hooked up than a Joy-Con if I'm playing longer than like 20 minutes. It doesn't end there, as the thumbsticks and the triggers on the Nitro Deck are superior to the native Switch experience by like a mile. With a Hall effect sensor, there shouldn't be any stick drifting issues that have plagued some Switch users for years now. I love the texture on the stick tops, but they're also customizable by being able to swap them out for replacements if you so choose to, so that's kind of cool too. With the exception of 4 remappable buttons on the back of the device, the layout of the Nitro Deck stays true to a Switch format with those Joy-Cons that flank around the Switch. There's also a large kickstand that dwarfs the Switch's built-in kickstand. Snapping out from the top instead of the lower body, the Nitro Deck can easily prop up the Switch and still allow gamers to press the buttons for control. While you do lose the versatility of disconnecting the controllers that make the Switch kind of so unique anyway, the Nitro Deck does move in a totally different direction in terms of playstyle, and that's totally fine. The easiest comparison of what the Nitro Deck actually does is when you think of a competitor like the Steam Deck, or not really a competitor to the Switch, that is. The Nitro Deck makes a Nintendo Switch into a Steam Deck. Then you play it like a Steam Deck. Obviously, these are benefits to that playstyle, and there's nothing wrong with that. Retro gaming is a big seller nowadays, and CRKD knows this, so they've made the Nitro Deck into an assortment of different color combinations that are nostalgic. I purchased the emerald green color that is translucent like that of the Nintendo Game Boy Color colors. I'm a sucker for Game Boy nostalgia, and Nintendo Switch accessories seem to always kind of snipe that segment of the market. Still, I think this product does it in a good taste with minimal branding throughout the entire casing. The coolest thing about the Nitro Deck is that while it acts as a grip extension as its main functionality, the deck is called a deck for a reason. By sliding the Switch into that USB-C slot, it's like docking the Switch into its native dock. I'm able to use the Nitro Deck as an extension of the Switch and also push output through a USB-C port on the rear side. Next to the output is an input USB-C port to concurrently charge the gaming device if you're gaming at the same time. These ports are located on a bit of a slight hump on the top rear that doesn't make the Switch difficult to plug into while holding there, as there's a gap to it. Most accessories want you to charge on the top or the bottom frame, so this is kind of a rather unique situation here. As the Nitro Deck is compatible with both the OLED and the original Switch, It's essentially compatible with everything that Nintendo can offer in the 8th generation of video gaming consoles. You're also not losing rumble or motion gyro controls by using the Nitro Deck either. These are standard things that are built into the Switch experience that is vital, and fortunately, it's also addressed here with this controller. So look, I totally get the hype that was rightfully generated by the Nitro Deck. It completely changes the form factor and the way one uses the Nintendo Switch. That may not be for everyone, as you do lose some flexibility in the portability aspect, as the Nitro Deck adds a lot more bulk to an otherwise really small form factor that the Switch is. If you're curious about this though, then you're most likely already looking for a product that does add some size to the Switch anyway. The polycarbonate body is well constructed and feels great to hold for longer periods of time. I'm glad there are accessory products out there that enhance and morph the overall experience of a gaming console. I originally loved the Switch for how easy it was to take around and play, but as time has passed, I have found that the comfortability has overtaken my desires for portability in a way. So for now, the CRKD Nitro Deck is constantly attached to my Nintendo Switch. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know what you guys think of the Nitro Deck and what you use on your Nintendo Switch. Once again, I'm Alex from the Subnautics. Be sure to visit subnautics.com for more reviews, and I'll see you guys next time.